As the heavy steel barrels are lifted out of the earth by Allied cranes and shipped back to labs in England and America for further testing, we see the V3 being transformed from a secret weapon into a curious relic of a lost cause. The technical records captured by the Allies provide a detailed map of the Nazi engineering mindset, showing a regime that was willing to ignore the laws of economy and safety to chase a mechanical miracle. This period of post-war investigation serves as the final bridge between the horror of Hitler's vengeance weapons and the futuristic technologies that would define the Cold War and beyond. The camera lingers on the thick folders of blueprints, now stamped with declassified labels, representing the final closing of the book on the high-pressure pump as a viable instrument of war. Today, the hills of Mimoyek have returned to a state of eerie quiet, where the only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the occasional footsteps of visitors who come to witness the remains of Hitler's most ambitious failure. As the camera pans across the landscape, we see the massive concrete slabs now covered in moss and the rusted iron reinforcement bars reaching out from the stone like the fingers of a buried giant. The tunnels that once echoed with the shouts of overseers and the cries of enslaved workers are now cold and silent, serving as a dark museum dedicated to the folly of total war. The remnants of the V3 cannon are nothing more than scrap metal and crumbling ruins, a testament to the fact that even the most advanced engineering cannot save a regime built on hatred and human suffering. We look at the hollowed-out shafts where the great guns were meant to sit, realizing that they now serve as a memorial to the thousands who died in their construction and to the civilians who felt the terror of the few shells that actually reached their targets. This final scene reflects on the legacy of the high-pressure pump, not as a miracle weapon that could have changed the war, but as a symbol of the dangerous intersection between scientific brilliance and moral vacuum. The project remains a fascinating footnote in the history of technology, a bridge between the giant artillery of the past and the spacefaring rockets of the future. Yet its primary legacy is one of concrete and pathos. As the sun sets over the ridge, casting long shadows across the valley toward the English Channel, we are reminded that the greatest strength of a nation lies not in the length of its guns, but in the resilience of its people and the lessons learned from the darkness of the past. The V3 stands as a permanent warning about the cost of obsession and the ultimate futility of trying to conquer the world through the mechanics of death. The documentary ends with a slow pullback from the site, showing the peaceful French countryside swallowing the scars of the fortress, while the memory of the ghost weapon fades into the mist of history, leaving behind only the cold, hard reality of stone and the enduring hope for a world where such monsters are never built again.